Okay guys, this is kind of a tidbit and also a help type video. So far what I got is the GP 750 had short leads. Also, to tell you, to get everything in here, there's not a lot of space. Let me tip the machine here for a bit, move these screwdrivers. The receiver had to go in here. I'm using a Futaba 72 megahertz, and I had to use the tube. It comes with the blades, and that'll hold my antenna. Throttle is not set up yet. The switch is in. I had to change the switch to go to Futaba. I wanted to go with a 2-in-1 line, but I did have this little Hobbykin igniter. This will ignite the glow. That's all it will do. It doesn't act as a BEC or anything. It's just a glow igniter. So that fits good in there. And it's also controlled by, I can control it by the radio. But to get everything in here, you take these two little side rails off up here on the servo box, and the servos all come out. I mean, after doing all that work, I could have did it. Didn't realize it all came apart. I didn't put all the wires together, but the GP 750, I put the lead weight in there, and she's all glued down, but she had small leads, so it worked out perfect to hit the Futaba here. But I'll tie these all up a little tighter and neater so they're not getting caught up on anything, but that helps you get everything inside. And I was going to go with like a, you know, the 2-in-1 and the LiPo pack and everything. Right now I just got it hooked up to an old Hobby King BEC with the LiPo, and that's just to give me some power while I'm testing. And I got to still ground the glow igniter to the motor, but I got the servos in. I got them as close as I could to 90. Instead of using the red, I did find some black servo horns that fit fine, and the ball had to go in at 10 millimeters for everything. It just says throttle, tail, everything is 10 millimeters off center. Alright, so also to show you before I continue, the Align DS620, I made a little pigtail here, give it a little slack just in case she crashes, and I ran it underneath. Probably move it a little bit so it's not next to the motor, but I took some heat tape tubing and put it on the connection so it doesn't come free during flight, and I'll tie this off to the side so it doesn't burn on the head. And there's the glow igniter again, and it has a nice plug that plugs into it. I was really hoping on using the 2-in-1. I'm so used to them, but I like to have a glow igniter. But I really wanted the LiPo because the glow igniters take a lot of power. So anyways, I have to go with the standard Futaba 4.8 pack. It fits perfectly in the front bay of the Pegasus. It'll fit perfectly right in here, you know, and I'll put a strap to keep it there. So you have to go old school with this. You have to use the old, you know, NiCad packs, unless they make a little LiPo that's the same size. But then you got to go with a BEC and all that to control, you know, your power, so you get the correct power to the servos and everything. So the regular Futaba pack works. I just got to get me a newer one because that one doesn't really hold a charge for a long period of time. But anyways, getting into the problem here. Put the servos on, centered, 90 degree with the servo. Then I start to lock on the rods. Now remember, I don't have this screwed down, the servo tray, but 90, 90, 90, and 90. Alright? But my problem is, some reason, that's not center. It should be actually lower. So let me power her up just to let anybody know I'm using a Futaba 9C, old school. I like her. Let me turn on Pegasus. Alright. What I wanted to show you was, let me see if I can get the camera lower here. Okay, I dropped the camera so you can see what's going on. Like I said, servo's a 90, 90, 90, 90. Everything's 90. But when I go up, of course, it hits. And then if I come down, it doesn't want to come down. It doesn't go to zero positioning. So, something definitely wrong here. I checked my radio settings, but I'm not getting full down. I know this bird isn't 3D, so am I supposed to move these servos at an angle instead of 90? Like if I shut it off, am I supposed to bring the servos at an angle to keep this at its low position and it's also its high position? Alright, so it's kind of help I need right now. I'm done for the day anyways. Do a little more tomorrow, but any suggestions would be nice. Thanks.